Hey, welcome into Phillies Postgame Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. A shame we can't be coming to you after a Phillies win. They finished 47-34 on the season at Citizens Bank Park. Danny Pommells, Ricky Bottalico here with you as the Phillies lose in extras to the Braves, a team they could potentially face in the first round of the playoffs if they get to that point. Yeah. But they now hit the road, Ricky, for 10 games, and not the way you want to see this come to an end today.
No, you didn't want it to end like this, but I mean, I'd look at this game, and you have to say to yourself, Kyle Gibson is now out for the rotation in the postseason. There's no doubt about that. Am I frightened that the Phillies may not make the playoffs? No. I'm telling you, I've been saying this for a couple weeks, that the Brewers will shoot themselves in the foot, which they did again tonight. The magic number's now down to 8. But in this game, Kyle Gibson gave up six runs with 2 outs. That's concentration. That's all it is. It's about your own head. It's about making a pitch. It's about finishing things off. He could not get that job done. That, to me, is the most important thing that happened in this game that the Phillies could have fixed. I mean, there's things that happen in a game that you really can't fix. I look at this, and this should have been fixed.
And not only the runs with 2 outs, but some walks in there that and put the runners on base to eventually end up guys crossing the plate.
Yeah, and I really don't understand that in the 10th inning, not bunting the runner over to third base. I don't care what's going on. You walk Bryce Harper, that's fine. You got first and second. Put him over, get second and third. All you need is a fly ball. They proved that twice in this game earlier on before the rain delay. In the 5th inning, they had 2 sacrifice flies. So they proved they could get the ball in the air to score the runners. Why not make it easy on yourself?
Instead of bunting, they hit into a double play.
Yes.
Let's go back to the ballpark for the crossover with John Kruk standing by. And John, speaking of small ball, a little bunting Ricky was talking about there. You know, they have the Braves Acuna at the plate in the 11th, and instead of, giving him a base, which is what, the Phillies did, the Braves did for the Phillies and gave Harper a base. Why not just give Acuna a base there and pitch to the next guy?
Well, I believe because Dansby Swanson's been so hot, and I think Dansby was a second hitter after Acuna, after they walked him, or after they pitched to him, but it was just pick your poison. Here's a guy who hasn't played in a few days with a back tightness, and I just think that Rob Thompson thought, we can attack him and get him, and Acuna made him pay for that one.
John, I was going to ask you about the Robertson wild pitch, but I'd rather go into the situation with the 7 out of the 8 runs tonight that the Braves scored were all with 2 outs. Lack of concentration, or how do you see this?
I just think bad pitches, to be honest with you. And again, it's something that throughout this season has reared its ugly head with the Phillies. Pitching is not being able to put guys away when they get ahead, and they couldn't do that today at all to get these Braves hitters out. But the thing with the Braves, you watch them. I mean, they attack, and so I don't know the pitcher's mindset when. If I throw something over the plate first pitch, they're going to take a whack at it. So I don't know what the pitcher's mindset is. Do we throw something else? Do we throw a breaking ball? Do we bury something? Or throw something up and away? See if they'll chase. But again, when you get ahead, if you don't put these Braves hitters away, they're gonna score some runs on you.
10-game road trip coming up for these Phillies, John. They'll head to Chicago. They'll go to Washington as well as Houston. What are your expectations as they head out on the road?
Well, again, the last time they played the Cubs here at home, they got swept by them. So I'm sure the Cubs are thinking, all right, the good thing is the Phillies are coming in town, even though we're not having a great year. We have handled them this year, especially at their place. I think tomorrow's a huge day for the Phillies, just for the fact that I think Bryson Stott's going to get some rest. JT's going to get an extra day. He got most of the day off today, but he's going to get all day off tomorrow. And I think, for our bullpen, right now is the time when, you have to make sure that everyone is ready to go. So you're going into the last 10 games with an off day prior, and hopefully the bullpen's ready. The starting pitching can get deeper into games, to save the bullpen some. But some of these offensive players, they're going to get a day's rest tomorrow, which is greatly needed for some of them.
John, we appreciate your time. Always appreciate your levity in the booth and your analytics. Hope to see you on this road trip.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, John, time now for Chasing October, presented by your Tri-State Toyota dealers. As we look at the standings, the Phillies are chasing October, and the Brewers are chasing them. The Phillies in the second wild card spot, right ahead of Milwaukee. Ricky, I see you shaking your head. 1.5 game lead, though.
Thank goodness Milwaukee lost today. I mean, that's what I was really thinking. They lost by a run today to the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati. So that's good news for the Phillies. The Brewers, I'm telling you, they just have this issue where they get close and they keep falling. That it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back for them, which is a good thing for the Phillies. And look, the Phillies just have to take care of business. You go on the road, just take care of business. There's not a problem. I mean, it's that simple. When you think about it, you go to Chicago, you go to Washington for 4, and then you finish up in Houston. But don't let it get to that Houston series, because I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat this. I do not believe that Houston is going to take it easy on the Phillies.
Well, they do have a bit of a lead on the Yankees, so.
But the other thing is they're going to have 4 days off until their next game.
So maybe they'll want to play their guys to be ready for the postseason.
There may be one of those games in there where you see a weaker lineup, but the other 2 games, I got to believe they're going full bore.
Here's Rob Thompson in the clubhouse.
Yeah, not really. I'm just letting those 3 guys take a shot. And Bohm hasn't probably ever bunted before. So. And he's swinging about well, so we're going to go for it.
You haven't had too many extra inning games, but with these new rules, when you hold the team to 0 in the top half and you're not able to score in the bottom half, can that be more deflating than just the way that given the rules are now?
Yeah, I think you feel like, you lost an opportunity, but I don't think it's deflating. I don't think they changes their mindset or anything like that. We just go back to square one and start over again. But, you expect if the visitors don't score, you kind of expect to win the ball game. Well, in the first inning, he should have been out of it. We lost the ball in the sun, and then Olsen, it's a game of inches. Olsen had 2-strike swing that was foul tip that just went off of Stubby's glove, and he almost caught it. Then he doubles the next pitch, So it's a game of inches, and I thought Gibby's stuff was actually okay today because the velocity was up, heavy sink. He threw some really good sliders at times. He just probably, I haven't seen the tape. He probably missed some locations at times, but the ball that Swanson hit out looked like it was down in the zone. I don't know, but you got to give him credit. I mean, they had base runners almost every inning, and he really battled through it. Really did. Yeah, really good. Sir Anthony was outstanding. F was outstanding. We got it's 4-6 for him, so we got to watch him. Brogdon was down today. Who else? Alvarado was really good. Nelson was really good. I thought real clean inning, and I thought he was sharp. His changeup was good. Slider was good.
What was your view on the play where Segura? I mean, you challenged it, obviously. The Segura play at the plate right after the resumption. Did you get a better look at it later, whether his hand got in or not?
No, and from all the angles I saw, it was kind of tough to overturn it, but maybe there's an angle out there that I haven't seen that shows that he got in. But
you guys could very well end up playing the Braves again in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The season series over now. How do you think you guys have matched up?
Really good. I mean, they've all been pretty good games. The 1-0 game, first game of the series, and then it was kind of lopsided our way, well, not really lopsided their way. We battled back, but tonight's game was a good baseball game. It really was. Exciting, back and forth. So I think we match up well.
The math is still in your guys' favor, but just what are your thoughts on finishing up with 10 games on the road?
No, you can't control it, so you just got to go out and play your game and win games. That's it. And whether you're at home or on the road, just got to go out and play.
Is there any thought to pitching around Acuna in the 11th inning?
If we got behind the count, the extra inning thing, if you're the home team, the worst thing that could happen is if they score 2, because that's really difficult. So it's tough to put that second run on base.
Does Marchand typically wear sunglasses?
Yeah, he usually does. I think Paco talked to him. But.
All right, there you have it. Rob Thompson there at the podium. And Ricky, are you buying his reasoning there that Bohm really couldn't bunt in that situation? This is a Major League Baseball player.
I have a hard time believing that a Major League Baseball player doesn't know how to bunt, considering it is still part of the game at times, and you may need it in a big situation. Don't you go up and just thinking back to batting practice, I used to, obviously we took pitchers batting practice, we bunted a lot. But you would see the regular players get up there, bunt their first 3 or 4,
sure,
then start taking their swings, hit it the other way, and then gradually into bigger swings. I thought it was just a regular thing that everybody still did. Apparently not. Apparently some guys are bigger than that and don't have to do that.
So bigger than that, or just wasn't ready for it?
Or maybe it's just not part of their game plan anymore. But if they are going to keep a runner on second base, somebody should know how to bunt.
Right.
And I'm starting to wonder, because if you remember, Gene Segura broke his finger or whatever doing bunting earlier on in the season. Maybe that kind of plays into it too. That we don't want Alec to get hurt at this point. We'll just try for the base hit in that type of situation. I just think it would be a lot easier. Drop a bunt down. I mean, hell, I could do it when I played. Why can't they do it? They're the ones that are supposed to control the bat head better than anybody else, right?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that hard for them to do if I could have done it.